Jennifer Lopez seeking relevance with low ring deal. Source: Jennifer Lopez, global superstar, singer, actress, style icon. A woman whose name alone evokes glamour, success, and, often, headlines about love, relationships, and, yes, engagement rings. But in November 2025, a new storyline emerges. This time not about a new love, but about a brand deal. Jennifer Lopez becomes the face of a jewelry campaign for Zen Diamond, a deal reportedly worth $10 million. On the surface, a glamorous campaign, dazzling diamonds, bridal white gowns. But insiders say there may be more to it than just sparkle. Over decades, Jennifer Lopez has had some of the most talked about relationships in entertainment. Multiple marriages, high-profile engagements, pricey diamond rings that made headlines, often as symbols of love and promise. For fans and tabloids alike, her jewelry, especially her engagement rings, became part of the narrative of romance, public image, and wealth. In a celebrity world that values glamour and flash, Lopez delivered. But those rings belong to moments in time, relationships that evolved, ended, and were dissected in public. Each diamond told a story, often a complicated one. Now, she's trading in that history, not by selling off past gems, but by wearing new ones in a glossy ad campaign. The new chapter begins with Zen Diamond, a global jewelry brand that tapped Jennifer Lopez as its ambassador. The campaign features her in elegant, bridal-inspired outfits, wearing engagement-style rings, necklaces, and diamonds that gleam under studio lights. According to reports, Lopez was paid $10 million for the endorsement. That's a lot by ordinary standards, but insiders say that, even for her level, it's low. She used to close much bigger deals. She used to get paid easily like $20, $30, even $50 million for endorsements, said a source. One insider reportedly summed up the logic bluntly: that's low for J.Lo. So if it's not just about the money, why take a low deal? According to sources, this campaign isn't primarily financial, it's strategic. The incentive: visibility, relevance. Staying in the public eye. She wants to stay in the news. She's chasing her youth. She's not one of those people who is desperate for money. Insider quoted in reports: I think J.Lo is in a phase where she's doing anything to stay relevant. In a world where celebrity status fades as quickly as trends, this move can be seen as a reinvention, using diamond sparkle and brand muscle to control the narrative around her name and the campaign imagery. Lopez in bridal white, gloves off shoulder gowns, rings glinting on her fingers. Zen Diamond isn't just selling jewelry. They're selling a fantasy of glamour, youth, luxury. A fantasy that aligns with the public's long-standing fascination with Jennifer's romantic history. For longtime followers of her life story, from chart-topping music to high-stakes relationships, the campaign carries layers of irony, nostalgia, and marketing savvy. A brand underscore: this is not a real engagement. It's a crafted moment. A shot meant to evoke ideas of romance and dreamlike wealth, delivered by someone who's already lived through headline-making proposals and divorces. What's happening here is emblematic of broader dynamics in fame and identity. As stars age, as spotlight fades, there's a push to reinvent, to recapture attention. For some, that means new music or film roles. For others, such as Jennifer Lopez, it might mean returning to what once defined them: glamour, high fashion, and public intrigue. For Jennifer, this campaign isn't a fallback, it's a statement. A way to remind the world that she still sparkles, that she still matters, that the name J.Lo still sells. In a sense, it underscores the commodification of celebrity memory. Rings once meant love, now they mean marketing. Engagement-style sparkle becomes billboard-worthy. The personal becomes promotional. Whether you view this as empowerment, owning your image, or reinvention, chasing relevance, the move reflects something deeper. The pressure on celebrity women to remain alluring, talked about, and marketable, even as time moves on. But this kind of reinvention can carry risks. There are headlines about irony: a divorced woman, wearing engagement rings, selling romance. There are those who may question sincerity. Is it a smart move, or a desperate grab at attention? The story may spark conversations about authenticity in celebrity endorsements, about the thin line between personal legacy and public branding. For Jennifer Lopez, The campaign could either re-cement her status as iconic diva, or open debate about whether fame, especially among women in Hollywood, demands perpetual gesturing toward youth, love, and desirability. It may influence how other stars of her generation view deals. Glamour as strategy, rings as marketing, reputation as reinvention. In the end, the diamonds don't just sparkle, they signal. They signal reinvention, visibility, and an understanding of how fame works in 2025. For Jennifer Lopez, this isn't simply a jewelry campaign, it's a move. A choice to remain seen, to remain relevant, to keep the spotlight, not on love, but on legacy. Because in Hollywood, relevance is often more enduring than romance. And sometimes, a ring doesn't promise a future, it markets the present.